think that gun ownership is a fundamental right of every citizen. Now, I doubt whether I can make you believe that I'm an expert on psychology or law, but it doesn't take a PhD degree to understand that individuals have the rights to defend themselves. That's as basic as it gets. Someone tries to violate my rights, and I take any means necessary to stop them. Common sense. That's what you need to figure out this gun issue. I mean, who's going to obey the laws to ban guns? The people who don't obey the laws or the people who do obey the laws? Gun control groups should nickname themselves Save the Criminals. If someone tells me I have the right to stay warm in winter but can't own a furnace, obviously their mental thermostat is set on 0. And the right to protect myself doesn't mean a thing if I can't own a gun.
Hey folks, this is Jeff from This Week with JTT. That was the legendary Jimmy Walker, famously known as JJ, on the hit 1970s show Good Times, talking about the Second Amendment. Now, mind you, I'm used to the silly, crazy, not to be taken seriously JJ on the show Good Times. But you hear Jimmy Walker talking very clear and very articulate when it comes to gun safety and the Second Amendment. And he makes a very powerful point. We have a right to protect ourselves. They can make excuses like in the city, you don't need. You sure about that? The average wait time for the police to come to your rescue is 5 to 7 minutes. Okay, what if the perp has a gun? What his reaction time? He's not going to wait 5 to 7 minutes. Keep in mind, the moment the perp commits the crime, clock's ticking. He has at least a second to pull the trigger towards you, and that's it. You can be badly hurt or worse. Yeah. And that's in the city. Now imagine in the suburban or rural areas, you can more than double that time easily. That's why Second Amendment counts. And he makes a very powerful point. When it comes to gun laws, who's more likely to obey the gun laws? The gun owners. What about those who won't obey it? Exactly, keep in mind. Some people think he's joking about save the criminals or protect the criminals, but the way these gun policies are made, you might as well say that. And I get it. You need universal not clearance. You gotta do universal checks, make sure a thorough psychiatric evaluation. I mean, you gotta be thorough, which I get and I respect, because what happened in Vegas in terms of the person killing these innocent people during a concert should never ever happen. Somewhere the system failed, and as an end result, a lot of lives were lost. But in closing, Jimmy Walker makes a very powerful point on Second Amendment rights and the fact we have a right as Americans to protect ourselves, not just against criminals, but possibly against a possible rogue government. Now you say, like, Jeff, what makes you think our government go rogue? Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. We're just 1 or 2 pandemics away from that being even a possibility. I said what I said. Peace.